Hey guys, welcome to Talking with Natasha. Look who I've got here, my co-anchor, Steve Lacy.
That's right. Thank you for having me. We're talking Sphere Vegas, which is something I literally would talk to anyone at any time.
Yes.
So I'm so psyched you finally went this weekend and saw it for yourself.
When I went and saw the Backstreet Boys, and I was sitting in the Sphere, and I thought, I cannot wait to tell Steve how this changed my life.
I saw all your video. I mean, it's the way I put it, it's like seeing a concert 100 years in the future. It's so beyond anything you can experience. You can see the videos on Instagram and you can say, wow, it looks amazing. But until you are in that building, you just have no idea.
It's amazing. Okay, so I went and saw the Backstreet Boys Into the Millennium, their 25th anniversary of releasing this album, which in and of itself is just incredible,
Time's
right?
flying,
Time's flying.
Yeah.
And I think the first thing that struck me was like not even into the venue of like we're just outside of it in like the auditorium before you go into the venue.
Yeah.
And even like the escalators.
You're
and
already in an entirely different
holograms.
world. Like,
Yes.
It's like a big yoga studio. It's like relaxing. It feels like an entirely different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea what to expect. I saw your videos of when you went to go see Phish. When was that, by the way?
That was April of 2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Sphere opened in 2023.
With U2 was the first act and Phish was the second.
Yes. And this is the world's largest LED screen, 20,000 people, like 1.2 million LED units all through this. And the idea that you're just immersed into an experience. So that's all I went into knowing. And I walk in and I just remember being like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding. Like, what is this?
You had
What
heard
is
me
this?
rant and rave about it for months, but then you walk in and you're like,
I get it.
oh,
I get
okay,
it.
right.
And then I actually got emotional. Like 15 minutes in, I was like, this is so beautiful. I'm just like, I'm so glad to be a human being. I'm so glad to be alive to experience this. And I want to so badly relive the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you told me yesterday that the Backstreet Boys extended their stay. So
right. That was sort of like the news hook for us doing this. They added like 7 shows, I think like early this winter or something like
February.
that. Yeah.
So it started off with 9 shows, and then it was so popular they expanded it to like 21, and now it's up to 35. But it was packed. I couldn't believe it was like night 16 of their residency there, and it was packed to the brim. There were people in every single seat. It was absolutely
the best
incredible.
advertising the Sphere has is everybody shooting everything and posting it on Instagram. And I think what it'd be interesting, we'll get to some of the videos in a second, but I do want to talk back to like when you bought the tickets, you went to a wedding with your friends and they were like, oh, I want to go to Backstreet Boys. You know, you bought the tickets before
it got
the
crazy.
shows had actually happened.
Yes.
So at the time you think, like, oh, this will be ironically funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Backstreet Boys, that'll be funny. And then the first show dropped, and you see them going to the moon. They're in the rocket ship, and you're like,
People were
oh
like,
my
oh
God.
my God.
And tickets probably doubled or
Yeah, they
tripled
did.
from then.
Yeah.
You bought them at the exact right time.
Yes. So we were all coming back from our girlfriend's bridal shower. This is the fastest like vacation out of a group chat, trip out of a group chat I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm in the car with my girlfriends and we're thinking, they're like, hey, we should go check out this Sphere in Vegas. I'm like, actually, the Backstreet Boys are playing. And everyone was like, yeah, we should get the tickets. We bought the tickets the next day. And they were not bad, like $250,
yeah.
Right? And I remember asking you, like, where do you sit? Now there are some obstructed view seats, which I saw on like go to StubHub or Ticketmaster. Like they'll tell you which ones are obstructed, and that's because of the overhang.
The overhang. So I think it's on the bottom level, like level 1. If you go past row 23, you have like second tier above you.
Yeah.
So you don't get to do the full immersion. But beyond that, like literally the last row of the Sphere is still amazing because of the way it's set up.
I mean, like the stage is going to be smaller, but they project the stage too. Like, so you're still part of the experience. So wherever you sit, and I thought we were in section like I think 309, and that was perfect because no one was behind us, and so it felt like its own private area. And so I got the tickets like let's say $250 or so. And night of, they were going for $700 each.
Yeah. So the night 3 was when like I had a bunch of college friends there. That was Saturday, 420.
Yeah, of course.
And word had
Phish,
spread.
420.
Exactly. So that was like, the craziest, But by the time we went in the door, tickets were going for $1,600 that night for the Saturday night show.
$1,600? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I believe it. So some of my friends had seen Kenny Chesney there, and they were showing me the videos from his concert, which fine, but like I'm looking at it and thinking this does not look good. Like it was just underwater, and then I thought there's two things probably that the Sphere will do best, and that's outer space, Backstreet Boys.
Sure.
Like that was insane.
And it's so smart that
underwater.
they weren't literal with like, we're going to make it look like a love song or something. Like, just give me off the charts visuals and then
Yes.
play your songs. Like, they don't have to be related. That's
Right.
what I thought was the genius of what Backstreet did.
They do this countdown clock, and then they bring out this spaceship that takes off. And at some point, like, there's a comet that comes to you, and it's so 3D and
It's crazy.
so clear. I felt like I could reach for it. Matt, I don't know if we can play some of these videos.
Yeah, let's
but
show them
they're
some of
just-
this stuff too. I
Let's
think,
just
that's
do
a
it.
good
I mean,
idea.
okay, so this is a spaceship that comes down, and this is right after they've like beamed down the Backstreet Boys. This is
mean,
another one, the song Siberia. I mean, look at that.
I know.
It's like a beautiful movie, and
Yeah.
you're just in, and that's the first thing you see when you go into outer space, and just boom, it's stars all around you.
It's so
just
incredible.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I see how you do get into this mindset where like you don't want to leave this world. It's better than the
no,
one we live in.
it's way. I thought this ruined my experience for any other concert.
I know. It is tough. The thing I've always said to everybody since seeing Phish there was, if you happen to be in Vegas and there's anything going on at the Sphere that you're remotely interested in, just go see it. Take my word. Like, it doesn't have to be your favorite band, but go do it. Now, I think we've got my stuff queued
yeah,
up,
let's see
too.
yours.
So this was like Prince Caspian Night 2, Under the Sea. Now, the thing that's crazy, which you noticed when I showed it to you yesterday, there's the band. I was down low, I think it's section 1 or 2. But then you look up, and it literally looks like you're looking at the bottom of the ocean. The sun shining
is so
down,
cool.
people swimming. I mean, it was just an entirely different world. Then this was Bathtub Gin, I think also Night 2. I can just tell from where I'm sitting. But just all these people on floats going by the entire Sphere. And
It's so trippy.
It's so unbelievable. Yeah, it adds so much to the visuals, to the music. And the thing that's interesting, because for Phish, it's normal. And this was crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
This was the opening song. This was Free Night 2, when all of a sudden the roof just melted and comes pouring down.
What
It's
were you
insane.
feeling when you saw that?
Well, it's funny. When I sent our producer, Matt, that clip this morning, I was at a coffee shop, and like I started getting emotional because it's like, this is like sort of like where I would always want to be in life, is like
At a Phish-
rocking out
Phish
at this
show.
level. And it brought me right back there. The 4K video, the song's free, the lyrics are amazing. We're in Vegas with Brian and Sean, my two friends
Right,
who
who I
came to,
met
who I've been doing Phish
New
with
Year's
for
Eve
30
run.
years. It was just perfection. That was our crew
there
that
they
night.
are.
Yep. So that was before the show, and the green background
Yeah,
is
that's
interesting,
interesting.
just because it shows you that it's this massive.
Yeah.
I think it's like 8K the screens. So I mean, it's so beyond high def, and you're
Yeah.
just surrounded by it. It's unbelievable. It really is so cool.
I mean, it is just awesome too, just everyone singing around you. And
Mm-hmm.
so when I went to the Backstreet Boys, I look around me, and everyone got the memo. Everyone was dressed in white.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
To match the band?
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are my girlfriends I went with, and Allie, Sharon, Emily, Coral, and Nikki, and we all went together, and we all did throwback white clothes.
Yeah.
Everyone in the crowd was wearing white, and it was.
That's outside the
outside.
Sphere. Okay,
That's
yeah,
right
yeah.
outside,
Yeah.
and you know how they changed the outside of it. So
Yes.
it was just unreal. I've never seen anything like it. It was just so cool, but it was just one giant concert, and they were very interactive throughout the concert too, because at one point they had these numbers going on all the LEDs, and you had to find the number and call it on your phone so you could get a chance to meet them like backstage.
Yeah.
So everyone's like freaking out, and one of them's someone's asking,
Yeah.
did
Oh,
you
yeah.
get
So-
one of the haptic seats? Thanks for asking
Yeah,
that, because
that's a perfect question, right?
yes, and I had no idea that it did that. And I was sitting down, and I was like, ladies,
Yeah.
oh my God, everyone please sit
I
down.
just felt Kevin on my bum.
I think I felt Nick. Everyone have a seat.
Yep.
And it was you feel the vibrations from what they were doing. It was crazy.
Right, the haptic seats, right. It sort of vibrates along. So like for Phish, how that would really come into play would be like when the bass player Mike would all of a sudden do this like crazy low note. He'd be like, boom, and you go, oh my God. And the thing is, like, it's sacrilegious during Phish, as you know from that one show I brought you to. You're supposed to stand up and dance the whole time.
Right,
but I really
right.
love normalizing sitting at Phish at the Sphere,
Yeah.
so you can get the full experience, and
Yeah.
you don't have to be up for 4 hours at this point.
Yeah,
on
there
your
were.
feet.
We were all standing, and it kind of was like me sitting down at one point because like everyone started to sit because they played the hits, everything into the millennium, but then also they played some things that we hadn't heard before. Just this is something I worked on, and so I'm like, okay, we can sit down.
Does a groan go through the Sphere when they say this is a song we've been working on, or like are fans into it?
No, I think fans are into it, but you could tell that it. Like,
brought the energy down.
It brought the energy down, but then it picked back up. I think they
sure.
did a good job of orchestrating our energy levels of just like right out the gate with, larger than life. It was incredible. I mean, it was like.
What a perfect opener for Sphere. Yeah.
Right, larger than life. Everyone's crying, getting emotional. It's just like, oh my God. And then so Pinstripe Princess goes, it's the only time I've sat down for a Phish.
It's illegal otherwise, but there it made sense so you could get the full haptic thing.
Yeah. But sitting down, and then one of my girlfriends, she took like a motion sickness pill before we went in. I'm like, why are you doing that? And she's like, because things might start spinning. I'm like, okay. So I go in, and at some point I'm like, are the seats moving? Are we all tilting down? It is that crazy because you were so immersed into the screen.
Yeah, I feel like one thing I definitely noticed, because I did all 4 Phish. Night 1, in hindsight, I realized they sort of laid back and like took it a little bit easy. The visuals were like the least overwhelming night 1 because I think they didn't know what was going to happen, and like people were confused or like concerned about like, are people going to go too hard in Vegas night 1 and they go into this Sphere and like lose their minds?
Oh my gosh!
And like I don't think that actually did happen. I think people respected the Sphere.
Respect the Sphere.
Yeah, you got to respect the Sphere. That's right. Oh, that's me and my buddy Steve Pollock, the Dude of Life. So fun.
The Dude of Life. That's right. I think I saw him on Instagram.
Yes, yeah. I did 2 of the nights with him, and obviously he's the most fun. Yeah.
Okay, 4 nights in the Sphere. By night 4, are you over it? Like what? Or
no, I'm not. I'm definitely not. Oh, and the thing was, so of course, like with Phish, you got to stack rank each night, which I hate to do, but you do it. So it was like night 2 and night 4 were the best of the 4.
Okay.
So, no, it's like I'm definitely wasn't over it.
Yeah.
You definitely are. You're 3 hours behind. So like the thing was like for Phish, of course, and their whole thing is they play forever. So like they went on at 8. The show goes till midnight. So that's 3 a.m. East Coast time. So like night 1, you're definitely tired. By night 4, you're maybe more on the local time schedule.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're a little bit tired. And that's
okay, not to say like also that's 4 nights in Vegas.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
is
4 nights in Vegas for me isn't what
long
4 nights in Vegas would have been 20 years ago.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I could only do like a couple of nights in Vegas before I'm like, okay, guys, I think I'm good here.
Yeah.
It was it's a lot, but because you did 4 nights, I think it made sense that you stayed in the Venetian, right? So because the Sphere is connected to the
Venetian and Palazzo are like right connected to it, right? So if you're doing, I guess that's
4
almost
nights.
specific to Phish because I guess
Who else
Phish and
is
Dead
doing
and
that?
Co are the only 2 that you'd maybe be going for like and doing all 3 or something like that. You're right. You do in one night. You're correct. That opens you up to you can kind of stay wherever.
Yeah.
You know what I
We
mean?
ended up
But you wouldn't want to
staying
schlep
at
back
the
and forth
Bellagio.
4 nights in a row.
No,
Yeah.
and it is, Vegas is funny because you'll look out the window and you're like, oh, the Sphere's right there, but it's, 10
Nothing's
miles
right there.
away. It's like so far away.
It's so far away. No kidding. No doubt about
in the
that.
desert heat also, it's insane. But yeah, it's like, it's quite the experience. And I've also heard that I wonder if it's going to come to New York.
No, so they're open. Probably not New York. They're opening another Sphere in Abu Dhabi. I think it's like an international thing. I don't think there's going to be another one in the U.S. for a while.
Yeah.
Is my understanding, but I think Abu Dhabi is next.
Which would be sick.
Yeah.
That Abu Dhabi's great.
Living or dead, which performer would you want to see in the Sphere?
Taylor Swift. Thanks for asking that, Matt, so quickly. Taylor Swift. Because here's what I'll say. We were all sitting there thinking it depends on the artist, right, and their vision. Like you go see Kenny Chesney and you're going to get whatever, and you're going to go see Phish and you're going to go see Backstreet Boys. And obviously they put so much thought into this because the LED and what you put in there is part of the experience. You want to get someone who's so creative. I mean, can you even imagine what Taylor Swift would do? She's already dropping so many hints for her next album.
Right.
Like if she were to do something there, it would be so insane. So
Yeah.
I would love to see Taylor
Yeah, I
Swift
mean,
at
obviously
the
she could
Sphere.
sell that out 365 nights a year for the rest of all time, for sure.
She could just do
Yeah.
a full year
I mean,
residency there.
For me, it's like it goes back to like my '80s metal roots, and the artists that I think are coming there. There's a lot of buzz that Metallica's going there. That's a band that like I see Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Pearl Jam. Anyone who's playing like baseball stadiums or stadiums now is eventually going to age out of the road.
Yeah.
And they're just going to say, you know what? Let's play 50 Sphere shows a year. We can live like kings there, walk to the show, and then either fly back to Malibu, whatever they want to do.
Right.
And like that would be the next, like seeing Metallica at Sphere would be insane with all the imagery from all the albums.
gosh.
Guns N' Roses, same thing. Like, and bands like that could just do. They could just make one show and repeat the graphics. Like Phish did different graphics every show and all that.
Yeah.
That is like almost unsustainable with the Sphere because it costs so much money per minute to generate the graphics.
That's true.
Yeah. So like I think a Metallica, GNR, Pearl Jam there would be such a no-brainer. Yeah.
Insane. And it's AC'd, which is nice. It's indoor.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have
Did
the
you
elements.
notice that there were no bathroom lines, no lines in like the
Yeah,
snacks?
no.
Because I don't know how
Yeah.
it works, but I was never in a line anywhere in a sold-out thing.
There seemed to be a lot of different concession walk-ins from
Yeah.
what I saw. Like as soon as I walked out of the venue, it was like, oh, there's a concession store there. It seemed like there was a lot of options. I also feel like people stayed. Like maybe I stayed during the entirety of the show.
Less people are walking out
yes,
during the middle of
because
the show.
I think
Yeah.
people are just so mesmerized. They don't want to miss what's coming up next.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But when I got out, I didn't stand in a line for the bathrooms.
No,
I
I
don't-
never dealt with a line ever the entire time.
I don't know.
There's something magical about the way they laid it out. Like everything you dislike about the typical concert experience
Right.
doesn't exist there. Like
better.
everything's perfect. It's just amazing.
It is so in the future. You're right when you say that. Like just
Yeah.
walking in, I'm like, I enjoy living in
I
this
know.
timeline.
Yeah.
This is a nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The future's not all bad.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got people here? Oh, Anthony Breezak, that's my Phish buddy. Excellent segment, guys. What's up, Breezak?
Do you go watch shows with him?
Yeah, he's one
Yeah,
of my Phish
yeah.
buds. And it's some was it Dan before? Actually, did they play "You Enjoy Myself" at Sphere? And they actually did. I didn't upload it to our producer, but if you've ever seen the video from the Phish run, at the end of "You Enjoy Myself," they do this vocal jam, and the visual was a dog licking the Sphere.
Oh
You
my
have to see it to believe,
God.
but it was like one of those visual highlights. I think I'm pretty sure that was night 2, the encore. That was just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Oh, someone says you can't hear anything in the concourse, so you can't leave.
That's true too.
Oh.
Yeah, when you go
The
out,
concourse is like that outside.
if you just like go
of
out
it.
to get a beer
Yeah.
or go to the bathroom,
Oh,
whatever,
you can't hear anything?
you're not hearing the concert piped out there.
Mm.
And when Phish did it, Trey had made his own soundtrack to play out there during the shows
Oh,
because they were
really?
just insane like that. So it was like this very soothing, like yoga studio music. Yeah, and that's because they have the pinpoint audio. So like just like the haptics and all that stuff,
Yeah.
they're pointing the audio right at you. So like when you step away from where it's pointed,
Yeah.
you're not getting like ambient sound, in the hallway. Which
It's
is kind
amazing.
of wild.
That
Yeah.
is wild. They've really engineered this and thought about every little
Yeah.
detail of the experience and made it better. At one point, the stage was floating in the middle of the concert. Like the stage started floating, and we're just all mesmerized. Like, how is this possible? How are they able to do that? And when they went from like all dark to a sunrise, it legit felt like you were at a
Yeah,
sunrise.
I
I don't know
know.
how to describe it.
I mean,
it
because
just was crazy.
8K is like better than real life. Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
I
that's
know.
better than what the real world looks like. So it's it's endless
Look
what
at
they
that.
can do with this stuff.
I think
yeah.
it's going to be great to see any kind of like space show there, even if they do like a Discovery Channel type space show. Anything to do with space and planets and stars.
Yeah,
I
because
feel like
I
would
know
look
what
great.
to sort of keep the building busy when there's not concerts. They have a
Oh well, they have Wizard of Oz playing now.
They just had a Wizard of Oz, and they had like some crazy movie by a famous director about planet Earth.
There you go.
So
That's what
like,
I'm
that
thinking.
shows you the whole, the range of what
Yeah.
they are able to do there. But yeah, it's unbelievable. What did you think of Vegas? Outside of the Sphere, and
Yeah.
I think so. My take on that, just to start with, is when I heard they were like, I would never go to Vegas for anything except Phish
Exactly.
at Sphere. Like that was
Okay.
literally, I was like, oh God, I
Right,
have to
right.
do this, and I wasn't looking forward to it. But then I actually really enjoyed Vegas. I thought it's expensive, it's overpriced.
Yeah.
If you live in Manhattan and you're shocked by prices, it's expensive, which was the deal there for sure. But like, everything being not 22 now, like being able to stay in nice hotels and do the whole thing properly. Like I loved Vegas. I found it very comfortable and
Vegas
enjoyable.
is fun when you have something that everyone's looking forward to, like a show.
Yeah,
that'll take like that. Vegas is whatever. I'm not crazy into.
You're not going to rush back there, right?
No, not unless it's like I texted in my Vegas. I have a Vegas group chat with the girls, and I'm like, do we all go back? Do we have to go back now? Because they just extended added more shows in February. But you're right. I mean, I feel like we never even left the hotel. Like we stayed at the Bellagio. Yeah. We just went down to the pool. We stayed at the pool. And then there's so many great restaurants. I mean, why would you leave? There's a Sadelle's there. We just stayed at the hotel. We ate there. And then, I mean, I'm in a group with girls who love to gamble. So, I did not gamble because I don't like losing money and I don't like, and then like winning money. I can't do it. I'm not really good at it. So.
I found the gambling like very easy to put down because the slot machines now it's like 8 random characters. I don't even know what's going on. I just know I lost my $100 bill in like 4 seconds. And then blackjack, the minimums were so high. Like,
they are.
I would lose like $400 in 3 minutes, and I'm like,
$25.
I felt like I'd been assaulted.
Yes,
I was like,
it happens.
I'm not enjoying this. Like it wasn't. I didn't get any like stretched out. Like there was no buzz to like extend. It was just like, ding, 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 oh my God, I lost all my money. I'm getting out of here.
It happens so fast. And so I definitely just would just be hanging out with my friends on the floor, but definitely not doing any of that because I'm just like, I wasn't good at it. It didn't appeal to me.
No.
But the pool was great. The food
Pool
was
amazing,
great.
right.
And I have no interest in walking around the strip. Like, you're not going to catch me dead.
Well, the problem and the thing you have to remember too is like if you never leave your hotel, you're walking 10 miles a day.
Right.
Inside the hotel, which is like 500,000 million square feet.
Yeah.
So like the idea of like leaving a hotel is like, I don't think so, man.
The Bellagio is like a city in and of itself. I mean, you walk in.
I stay there night one with my friend.
It's so overwhelming.
I got lost 100 times intentionally because that's how they set it up.
Yeah, and somehow you like walk through 50 different casinos by design before you have to get to the pool or anything. There's so much shopping there. I mean, it's commercialism in your face at its peak, and everything is so expensive. But but we were all there for the Backstreet Boys. We're all there for the Sphere, and I think that's what brought us there and tied us there. And the next time I go to Vegas, I would definitely like.
I wouldn't go to Vegas without having something happening at the Sphere that was like very intentional and meaningful to me. Yeah,
I'm not like just going to Vegas.
Oh my God, that would be great.
On location.
I don't want to be in 8K though. We have to like dial down to 720p. That's too much resolution.
That is way too crystal clear, too 3D. So David goes, question for Steve and Natasha: what's your favorite part visiting Vegas?
I mean, so all right. So beyond the Sphere, obviously, and then beyond that, things I liked was that all the stuff that New York doesn't have, like there were actually public bathrooms everywhere. There were a ton of restaurants. It was clean. All the stuff that you complain about New York isn't a problem there. And I did find that nice.
Honestly, I really enjoyed the desert heat. Like just being by the pool. Because I think last week was really humid here. It's just been like so insufferable and hot. Right now, it doesn't make any sense. I'm wearing a jacket outside. But I liked how I just liked the weather out there, and I really just needed like a pool days. And that was
going
fun.
in April. It was awesome to have like 100-degree weather. I was like, this is great. I love being hot.
So it's gonna be great weather in February when Backstreet Boys are back. I mean, that's a great time to be in Vegas. I don't know.
You nailed that.
Do you
want
to come with me to Backstreet Boys?
Come with me when we go to the Sphere.
I went to Phish for you. You have to go to Backstreet Boys.
You came to Phish for me. I love it.
I endured 3 hours at Phish.
Oh my God!
And then at some point you looked at me and you were like, you can go home now. You can go.
It's a lot.
You may be dismissed.
Yeah,
and I was like,
okay.
I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, are you sure?
The shows are
okay,
long
bye.
for sure. It's a lot to like throw at somebody. It's not that's the thing. And the thing that's crazy is I think a lot of people get stuck bringing their spouse or significant other for New Year's Eve, and the New Year's Eve show is 3 sets and an encore with this full theatrical gag.
And there's an intermission.
There's 2 intermissions.
Like,
there's
2?
Because New Year's Eve is 3 sets and then an encore, so there's actually like 3 intermissions.
Oh my God.
The show is like 5.5 hours. It starts at like 8, and this year I remember getting out of New Year's at like 1:15 or something crazy.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh.
it's a ton of fish if you're not into it. So like everyone so they can go,
Right.
they have to bring their spouse, which I've done that. The times Ann has gone to me
Yeah.
was 16 and 17 New Year's Eve, because it's like, oh, I got to bring her so I can go. And then after it, we were like, okay, we don't need to do this again. Fish is just my thing.
It was definitely, I would say like the second half of the show that I went to, which I think was like, wasn't it December 30th? It was a day before New Year's Eve, I think. December 30th I went.
When you came with me to Fish?
Yes.
No, December 28th. It's always the 28th to the
December
31st.
28th.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just remember like the second half of it being like, they're clearly making this music for people tripped out.
Yes, that too, they go deeper, it's jammier.
I think I had like one beer, so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I don't understand this. I'm not on everyone's level here. Like, none of this is making sense to me.
Yeah.
But the light show was really cool.
Yeah, you did seize on, right. The light show is a huge part of it.
Yes.
Chris Carota, the lighting director, he's called
That's
CK5,
right.
the fifth member of the
CK5.
band.
And based on
you
that-
asked the right questions, and you were interested in the right stuff. Like, I was like, how I would tell my friends, like, what was like going with Natasha, I was like, she's clearly brilliant and smart. So she was like asking the right questions and curious about the right stuff was my review of you, because you were. It was like, oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? You know.
But the lights were so cool. The way that they were, the lights were their own show. It
where
was
they move up and down, right? And
the
obviously,
rigs
the
and
more
everything.
advanced state of mind you're in, the better it is. But like, again, not my thing, but a lot of people are going for it for sure.
So based on that, I thought, oh, their Sphere shows are going to be incredible because they're able to, like, the band thinks outside of the box and they think of how to make it an experience. And so that's what the Backstreet Boys did too. And so I think it matters what artists you're going to see at the Sphere.
And I think definitely for like Backstreet Boys, they have opened up a whole new world to artists like that. That when I heard the announcement Backstreet Boys is playing there, I was sort of like,
right.
But then you saw the videos and you're like, well, that was pretty
Yes.
cool. They've like created a lane for similar bands, so you might not be like, oh my God, I want to go see them. But if you do it right, like now we've seen countless celebrities. You see Ashton Kutcher, everybody everybody's been going to these shows, having the time of their life. You know.
It is such a life-changing experience. I'm not even being dramatic.
No, I know.
I don't get emotional at like concerts and stuff. I really don't. And then I was at this one and I'm like, it just doesn't get any better than this.
I know.
This is like, it's so beautiful. I can't even contain my emotions.
I know. I posted something on Instagram like that. Like, I just saw a concert that changed my life. And then like my mom texted me. She's like, why are you posting that? Like, thinking, I'm like, Mom, this is like what? This is not like what? This has nothing to do with any. Like, give me a break. Mom. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. Oh, brother. Yeah.
Oh, brother.
It's
My
so
brother.
brother. Yeah. I would definitely go again, I think. Yeah, and the Aussies dream. Someone said the Sphere is what many of us Aussies dream of seeing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure the
right,
entire world.
So they've had like DJs there, you know. Right, I guess seeing some sort of like interactive sporting event live, you know, they could do crazy stuff with that in the future, things like that. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, we loved it. I'm so psyched you went. I'm so psyched you had a good time. Like, it is the type of thing, like when everyone's telling you how great it is, I can see how you'd sort of be, okay, I get it.
Right.
But once you go, it was fun seeing that, like, no, like, you go and you get it, you know?
And it's pretty steep, like the seats, because I went all the way down to take a picture, and I just remember it being like, it was like trippy, like a hike down and a hike up. I mean, the way that I don't normally get motion sickness, but there was one point where everything was like tilting. And then I'm like, if I lean a little too hard into that feeling, I'm definitely going to feel throw uppy.
Yeah.
So don't want to do that. So I didn't do that, but I just, there were times when like it just, but I think they did a good job with the shock factor. Okay, I think they like shocked you with the comets and like these asteroids and a spaceship and stars and things moving really fast. And then they took you through this like fantasy type land with flowers everywhere and waterfalls. Like that was crazy. So I think they kind of spaced out the shock factor so not everyone was getting sick.
There's a pacing element to the whole thing,
Right.
Yeah,
they have to think about that too with like,
yeah.
motion sickness is a real thing, or like, we went through Siberia. So we just like, that was very comforting and relaxing. It was really cool. And then they do one part where they're honoring their moms. So they had pictures of their moms all through. And it was really, some of the girls I were with were like, that's really nice. Can we get back to the show?
Oh, no. Oh, I'm such
like,
a sap. Like
okay,
that would have been like.
I know there were some people.
Phish did a thing like that I think it was during Velvet Sea, where they threw up, like they did like a collage of all old band pictures.
Yeah.
And I looked to my left, like, if Sean and Croats had been like, if they had lost it, I would have lost it.
Yeah.
But they weren't losing it, so I'm like, all right, I'm not going to go there.
Gonna stay
But
strong.
like, I definitely got like super emotional seeing it. Yeah, you know.
It is interesting. I wonder how the experience is on the floor, because I feel like you're like looking up, and that's a lot to me.
I hate the floor. There's a group of people that need to be on the floor for everything, because that's kind of like their whole identity, and it's about, but there's nowhere you need to be on the floor less than the sphere, for sure.
Yeah, you
know,
don't want to
like,
be down there.
It doesn't matter if you're close to the band, because there's so much.
Right.
It's just a different
That's like,
thing.
The stage is the least of your worries.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a very interesting concept in approaching a concert, right?
Totally.
They've really thrown it on its head in that way of like, you know, when you buy a ticket, you want to be closest to
Phish
the
is
stage.
always about where are you sitting. Everyone like
Right.
stack ranking who's cooler with the closer seats. It doesn't matter there. It's so different. Yeah.
I think the 3s and the 2s are the best with the sphere, and then just double check, make sure there's not that obstructed. Though I didn't experience that, thank God. But I mean, you want to get the full immersive experience, and you don't want to be, you know.
And there's a lot to be said for even being further back, because then instead of going like this, you're just sort of looking down on it. Like you're just naturally getting more of it.
Yeah.
You know, and then having to opt in by being like this if you're super low.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what Phish looks like. Had a stiff neck after being on the floor.
Yeah,
before.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Oasis there. That's the thing. There's so many bands that like, I feel like once they do their run of like right now, Guns N' Roses, they're not even playing in America. They're just doing all these stadiums in all these far-flung countries, because they're clearly getting paid a boatload to do it. I think like once they hump in all that cash and they get done with that, they're all going to retire back to Vegas and just be like, we're just setting up shop here.
It's nice.
Yeah, and I mean, why not? You know, they could live in the most outlandish penthouse in Vegas.
Yeah.
Walk down. I mean,
It's easy.
and never travel anywhere.
Vegas is so funny. I mean, it's like when I was landing, it's just
It's
a
so
giant
exciting, I know.
desert, and then it's like this clumped
Yeah.
city, and like it was pretty crazy. Someone asked how many
Yeah.
people fit in the sphere. I actually looked this
20,000.
up. 20,000.
So
yeah.
I mean, the crazy thing about that is, so 20,000 has the capacity of MSG, but every seat is in front of the stage. So that shows you like how big and how high and how wide and how far it has to go up.
Right.
So you have a full arena and floor worth of people
all
in front of the stage. It's not like
Yeah.
one, obstructed view behind the stage, any nonsense like that.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is crazy. If you haven't seen something at the Sphere, definitely
Yeah,
go.
check it out.
Check it out.
It's so fun. Been,
Yeah.
Talking
What are your
with you
next
about it.
shows other than the Sphere? What are your next shows?
Next shows? Well, I'm keeping a close eye on Taylor Swift, but we'll see. She just got off of her tour. I don't have any next shows. Maybe
12/28 at the Garden, Phish night 1.
maybe Phish again. I didn't get
This could be our little our holiday tradition.
just
You, me,
one
Croats, and
one
Sean.
night. Can I like come in at intermission and then
Yeah,
not stay the whole time?
yeah.
Is that sacrilegious?
I mean, it is sacrilegious.
Yeah,
for sure.
I won't do that.
Don't post about that. If you did that,
No,
we'll keep that on the DL.
but I did. I loved posting my
Yeah.
I loved posting my Phish fit,
Yep.
and people had so much
Yeah,
fun.
Natasha
with,
got
like,
definitely addicted to the likes that came with her
Yes.
Phish content.
The
It's like, oh my God, I've created
Oh
a
my
monster
God.
here now. She's like, Steve, we're going to post this.
I was like,
whoa.
Steve, have you heard of Phish Talk on TikTok? Because I'm like their #1 person right now.
It was interesting. The discourse on TikTok I found so, like, it was weird. It was like angrier and like, you're not a real fan. Oh, this isn't the 90s anymore. I was like, I'm not on TikTok.
They're
I'm
like,
fine
wow, our
missing
fans
this.
have really changed
Yeah, oh,
these
well,
days.
this is a fashion show now. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Like, oh, God.
Like,
get me out of this. I
whatever.
don't care. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I got called, like, I was like LARPing as a Phish fan.
That was
like,
true.
Like, our culture is not your costume.
That was what I would always say to you. Yeah.
I'm like,
no,
okay,
it is
fine.
very funny. It's a fine
Yeah.
line, but it's all fun. It's like I take it serious, but like I don't take it like serious too. You know what I mean? It's like I
Yeah.
take the music and blah blah blah, and I only love it. But like you can get like carried away with like gatekeeping too hard. It's like who cares? You know?
Backstreet Boys having to wear all white, by the way, was really deadly having to wear white because the food is really good at the Sphere.
Yeah.
We had some.
Yeah, no, I know.
I
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
chicken tenders, like barbecue chicken tenders. I had a hot dog. I had like loaded fries, and it was pretty great. Great food, but pretty tough to keep the food off of you. And we're all wearing white. One of my girlfriends, she did get some sauce on her shirt.
Yeah, no,
but-
the food was good. Yeah, that's totally
Yeah.
different. Pinstripe Princess Natasha, what advice do you have for bringing a coworker to their first Phish show? I'm bringing a
Oh.
former coworker to Hampton Night 2. That's this fall as a thank you for letting me stay at her house in Virginia. So
What's the
important
advice?
part here is it's a former coworker, so you don't have to worry about like
Oh.
her like oh, you should have seen this girl at Phish. So she was great.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And if it's a former coworker, that means they're they're
yeah,
your friend.
you're real friends.
they're
and
real
like they're not gonna
friends.
like sell you out at work somehow.
Yeah.
So I think you're just good to go. Yeah.
Just keep your she's got to keep an open mind. I definitely kept an open mind. I had
Yeah.
no idea what to expect, but it actually ended up being super fun.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't judgmental. I went in and I actually had a blast.
Yeah, we had
And
fun, yeah.
it's such a community aspect to Phish. Like in
Totally.
the crowds, like people were passing. I've never seen this passing around stuff like the what were the strain the UV.
Oh
the
yeah.
LED,
I hated that
what
thing.
were- you don't
There's
like
this new
them?
thing. Well, it's like there's always been glow stick wars. Where, like during
Yes.
like certain songs, everyone would throw these glow sticks and everyone goes nuts. Now the new thing is like there are these like LED lights that are connected to each. So then they have this like one long rope of like LED being passed along, and I'm like, I
thought it was
hate
so
this.
fun. I was like, Steve, pass it over.
like,
Yeah. You're like,
I don't. That's a new one. That's
did you
like
try to
pretty
break
new.
it apart at one point?
No,
so
at one
be
time I
done
wrapped
with?
it around my neck. I was like, and I was like, and then I like sent it, kept going. So it was just like by like that was night 4 because I was like, oh my god, enough with this stupid LED.
People were
string of
throwing
lights.
beach balls.
Yeah.
There were balloons.
Thing
Like,
and I think I love about Phish is like
we were next to children.
I love being at the garden. I love being outside the garden and just knowing anyone by the garden is there. And like you can literally, I'll just start talking about Phish like to someone who's clearly, did you go last night? Are you going tomorrow? What was your
Yeah,
highlight?
it's a
And the
community.
full immersion because like, yeah, it's just everyone speaking a language that most people don't. So it's like super
Yeah.
fun like that, the culture and everything.
I think the Backstreet Boys, it was mostly all girl. Like they,
Yeah,
they
who
said,
was
like,
there? Who were the
okay,
people
so
there?
definitely girl night because
Yeah.
like the Backstreet Boys were like, all right, cheer if you're here for girls night, and then like roars, and then
Yeah.
it's like here for date night, and there were roars and like
Yeah.
kudos to the guys who went with their girls, and then just like it was mostly obviously all girls.
Cheer if you're here for your fantasy football draft. Crickets.
Crickets. Yeah, there weren't. The only men I think who were there were if they were part of girls' night or if they were dragged there on date night with their
Yeah.
girlfriend. And some of them did not even wear, like some of the guys, like they were wearing a shirt your color, and I was like, guys,
Yeah.
get with the program.
Right.
You
I
gotta
think
wear
probably
white.
dressing up for Backstreet was a bridge too far for some of the
Oh,
dudes there. I
just
guess.
throw on a white
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was there was one girl who wore black, and like I think our entire group was like, she's standing out in the worst way.
Mhm.
But
I wonder if will
Yeah.
it be white themed when it's in the winter?
probably,
Right.
I would
That's
think
the
so.
fun, right?
Yeah, it's like the fun of it, or maybe they'll go light blue.
It was.
There
They
some
did like
blue,
make the white
too.
thing such an iconic part of
Yes.
like the identity of the run now.
Yeah, and our group chat had so many. We were just sending outfits to each other of like, is this like too 2000s enough for it, like too retro, and we were getting different fits. The merch was so expensive. I did not buy a $50 T-shirt, but there were some shirts bought, and it was. But I did get a cup. I got a
Oh,
Backstreet Boys
okay, yeah.
cup, which I also got from Phish too.
Yeah.
So I
Everyone
collect them.
takes a cup home from
Yeah,
Phish, like
yeah.
for sure. That's like, yeah. You have that every year. Like, oh, that was 17, 18, 19. You've got like
Oh.
this whole collection of New Year's cups.
Can I make it to the news desk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should put it on the anchor desk. I vote for that. Okay, let's wrap this up. This
Yeah,
was so
I love it.
fun.
Yeah.
I obviously, as soon as because I hadn't seen you when I came back from Vegas because you were like just with the summer, like you were
Oh,
off.
I was
and
off
then,
Monday.
Yeah, you were off
and
Monday.
then right on
And
Tuesday, we were like halfway through the
Yeah.
show, and you're like,
And then I
oh
looked
wait,
over,
we
I
haven't
was
talked. I'm like, oh my God,
we
right,
have to talk
right,
about the
right.
sphere.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then, but then, yeah, I was like, let's just talk on the podcast. It's going to be better.
Yeah.
We'll trade stories.
I love talking sphere anytime, any place.
That's right. All right, thanks, Steve Lacy. I'm going to see you at 5 and 10.
Oh my God, that's right.
See you again in 90 minutes.
Back to work. See ya.
Yeah. All right. Thanks everyone for joining.